welcome to Marathon Recon, a mile-by-mile preview of the LA Marathon. Today we're running mile 8. I'm Martise Moore, your Run Faster coach, and I have the privilege of running with Taylor Page today. Taylor's running the marathon this year, so we're going to learn more about her as we get started. So here we go. Okay, so right now we're starting out in the Silver Lake area, which is somewhat hilly, but right now we're running on flat ground, and there's a lot of cute coffee shops and places like that around here. Yeah. So we're going to be seeing a lot of people eating and drinking as we run, but please send us hearts while we're running so we can get up these hills nice and easy. So Taylor, you're running the marathon this year. Is this the first time you're running it, or have you run it before?
This is the third time, but I took a break last year.
Okay, so you've run mile 8 before then?
Yes, this is my favorite because this is where I usually train through Silver Lake. So
okay,
it's my favorite part.
What kind of goes through your mind when you're on mile 8?
I think at this point it's still so much adrenaline. Over here there's a huge crowd. A lot of the locals come out and support, so I think at this point you're just excited and you feel you feel the teamwork, you feel the community. It's really wonderful.
Oh, good. Oh, let's go fast. Go fast, fast, fast.
The joy of running in LA.
I know.
Street lights.
Okay. So, how long have you been running like marathons?
Oh, marathons probably only about 7 years, but I've been running for 14 years.
Okay, so what made you want to sign up for your very first marathon? Like, what was going through your mind? And you said, you know what? I want to sign up for this marathon. One day I ran 11 miles and I never knew how to do that. And then a week later I was like, I'm going to sign up for a marathon. And then I found out that the marathon lets you raise money for a charity, so looked into that. I ran my first race with a free wheelchair mission. And from there I felt like I made a commitment to them. So it was kind of easy to do the rest, the training and fundraising. What is free wheelchair about?
Free wheelchair mission. So they basically, the guy who started it, he was able to create a wheelchair made out of $64.
Oh, really?
So a very low cost wheelchair that he delivers to countries all over the world. For people that aren't mobile. So basically it was really easy for me because every $65 that I raised was one wheelchair. Oh, nice! So it was really easy for people to donate because they felt like it was actually, they could see what it did for others, and it was really successful. It's a great organization to run for.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So after you ran your first one and you finished, what went through your mind?
Man. I think it was, the last mile was very emotional. I remember just knowing that my mom was there, some friends, and I just remember the last mile, I didn't even care how tired I was just filled with emotion. You see people at the end cheering. And then I think some song came on that was, of course, super powerful. On my playlist, so I was just like, I did it! And then once you cross the finish line, everything settles in your body. You can't walk, you kind of collapse. So I really had no thoughts at that point other than, how am I gonna walk anymore? It's very surreal.
So what would you say is one of the biggest benefits you've got out of running marathons? Like, how has it changed your life?
I think for me it kind of became less about, my time and more about just seeing the diversity that's in a marathon and the race, and how, I remember seeing people that were blind running, people that were walking. Yeah, I saw kids, I saw all ages, and it just gave me that sense of community, so it made me fall in love with LA even more. And you just have a lot of appreciation for the city because you see so many people come out, and you see how proud they are of you, and it makes you want to do more for them, even though it's just a matter of 6 months of training. But at the end of the day, at that last day of racing, it just feels like you did everything for the city. And that's how I feel with marathons. And running in LA, period.
Yeah, speaking of, loving the city even more, tell us about how the different vantage points from running versus, driving in your car in the city.
Oh my gosh, it's totally, you get to see so much. You miss so much when you're driving because you're so consumed with others and accidents.
Right.
And
Traffic.
But when you're on your feet, I mean, you see not only like, the street art, different graffiti, but you see like just things like, people doing random acts of kindness that you really wouldn't catch unless you're, on your feet. Just you see moments. It's more about moments that you catch when you're running, that they happen so fast when you're driving. And yeah, we can go around this triangle and then where that sign is.
Okay. Yeah, so we've hit a little bit of a roadblock
the
here.
Sunset, the triangle. I'll show you where we're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, on your feet, you're just a lot, and you have to be more aware. So I feel like you have to be more on your feet than in a car.
Sure.
Metaphorically and literally, because cars are just driving. You have to make sure that you're very alert. Because you never know when a car's just gonna like swipe, and just turn where they're not supposed to. So,
and that's a good point because number one, you need to be paying attention to the cars as a runner.
yeah,
I find that I see a lot of runners who kind of just try to take over the street. And it's very dangerous because not all the cars can see you.
right.
So
Yeah, it's scary. It's definitely very frustrating when you're trying to, train for something and then people are cutting you off and they're not, they're not being aware of pedestrians.
Right.
But it's, that's kind of a part of the, excuse us, it's kind of a part of the process. You just have to go with it and not be upset that someone's going to cut you off.
yeah, so definitely as a runner, even training for the marathon or not, just make sure you always pay attention to the road and the street lights, and always assume that the cars are not paying attention to you because they're
Definitely not.
They're looking for traffic. If they're making a right turn, you're crossing the street, they probably didn't see you. So always be extra cautious because you can't run with a broken leg if you get hit. So it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You stopping for that extra second is not going to kill your workout.
Right, and that's why it's been good training with the group that I've been training with because they're so, safety is a huge part of the program. So every run we do, there's pacers making sure that everybody's together. There's lights, there's bikers keeping up with the runners to make sure that we're not on the street.
Right, because you guys run at night, right?
We run at night, Blacklist LA run Monday nights at 10 p.m. So we're talking like pitch black, very little traffic, but you still, you have oncoming cars that are coming home from work, that are heading to a bar or whatever. So we really have to be on our A game. So the group tries to keep everybody safe and, giving as many tips as they can.
I've seen you guys on Instagram and other social media outlets, and it looks like a ton of fun.
It's a ton of runners, and the thing is I wouldn't even say it's a running group. It's more of a community of people that love art, that love running, and they just love Los Angeles.
Right.
Because that's kind of what it is. Like, it's a family, no matter if it's your first time, your third time, or if you've been there every Monday. And this is the first time I've actually trained with a group.
Okay.
And they made it, the group, Eric, the founder of Blacklist LA, made it so easy for people to just jump in.
Okay.
It's free training. It's very.
Do you guys specifically work on LA Marathon training, or?
Yeah, I believe it's LA Marathon training.
Okay.
And it's pretty intense. It's definitely not easy, but it's a totally different thing training with a group of people that are all in the same boat, and some of us have done it, some of us haven't. And the teamwork that's there, it just changes your view on wanting to show up.
Right.
And I found myself a few times where I was just not wanting to go because I felt like I was tired, but I felt like there's a commitment to my friends that are there.
Exactly.
They're gonna be there. I know that at the end we're all gonna cheer each other on. We're all gonna hug at the end. We're gonna, come together. So it holds people accountable for their training.
Right. How many of you are there?
Well, there's
regularly
over 200 runners.
Right.
As far as marathon training, I would definitely say there's at least 100. And the thing is people are just coming. So there are people that are just jumping on the train of marathon training, so we've been seeing a lot of new people.
Right.
And then there's the OG crew that have been there since the beginning. So it's pretty exciting, and it's just really cool to see how far some of the runners have come. And I've seen a few people that have really not. This is their first marathon, and just to see the times that they're hitting and their transformation and their stride and just their recovery, it's pretty remarkable to be a part of that.
That's awesome. You guys run all over the city. Every time I see you, it's like a different meetup spot.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is you get to tour the city. So there's even people that come, who are just visiting, and they join the runs because it gives them a chance to see, the urban side of LA, where they get to see street art. They get to see certain intersections and certain groups of people on the street. And we do run every Monday, every month. There's a different location. So whether it's Mid-City, downtown LA, Echo Park, it's always changing. So, I mean, even I see new things that I haven't seen, and I've been here for almost 9 years. And I'm just like, oh wow, look at that. So,
okay,
special.
Well, we're here, and that sounds really awesome. How can we find out more about Blacklist LA?
Instagram, Blacklist LA, Facebook, Blacklist LA. You can find me on Instagram, Chica Taylor. I usually tag them on the runs, but definitely check it out. You too. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. Every time, on Tuesday morning, I see you guys oh, that's right. I forgot again.
I know. If you show up, I tell people it's late, but you know what? If you show up, you won't regret it.
Yeah, because it starts, around.
It's 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
So we run probably around 10:15. We probably get back. We'll wait for every runner to finish, cheer them on, have a little.
Yeah, what time do you finish about?
I would say close to 11:45.
Okay.
So you get home midnight, 12:30, shower. It's a long night, but you know what? It's an event. It's a social thing. It's, Yeah.
Well, it sounds wonderful, and it sounds like you help a lot of people with their running growth journeys, really, and just kind of strive for goals that they've never strived for before. And also, you're just so awesome. You do the free wheelchair, and as I understand it, you are also raising money for Back on My Feet.
Yes, so it's actually running groups for people transitioning out of homelessness in LA. So check it out. It's wonderful.
Yeah, so we'll actually put a link from Taylor Page's donation page. So please, donate to that cause, and check out Blacklist LA. They're like a new movement in Los Angeles as far as nighttime running and just being awesome and all 24/7. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10:05 a.m. for mile 9. So until then, keep running.
Bye. Thank you.